Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the PACE Seminars for Self-Efficacy and Metacognition. PACE stands for Preparing for Academic and Career Excellence. My name is William Smith, and I'm the Assistant Director for Academic Success Center here at Georgia Military College, where our number one priority is your student success. In today's seminar, we will be discussing self-care practices and academic success. Objectives. This seminar will discuss how rest and personal care are critical to self-efficacy, metacognition, and student success. Topics will include the benefits of rest to academic success, consequences of lack of rest, self-care and overall well-being, and self-care routines to enhance academic and personal success. Benefits of rest to academic success. Sleep greatly contributes to an individual's cognitive, emotional, and behavioral functions. Research suggests that sleep helps learning and memory in two distinct ways. First, a sleep-deprived person cannot focus attention optimally and therefore cannot learn efficiently. Second, sleep itself has a role in the consolidation of memory, which is essential for learning new information. Rest is essential to overall health and wellness. More sleep can greatly enhance student success. For example, the grade point average, or GPA, of students that received 9+ hours of sleep per night were significantly higher than those of students receiving 6 or fewer hours of sleep per night. Consequences of sleep deprivation. Research indicates 7 to 9 hours of rest every night are recommended for college students. Some consequences of not resting well can lead to inattention and irritability, hyperactivity, impaired memory, impaired math calculation skills. In other words, not getting enough rest can negatively affect your academic success in college. Self-care and wellness. In addition to getting adequate rest, establishing self-care practices is essential to overall well-being. Self-care practices can help reduce stress and enhance your overall quality of life. Self-care is about incorporating healthy behaviors that help you mitigate stress, anxiety, and increase your mental and personal health. So let's talk about some self-care practices. There are a lot of ways to practice self-care. Some of them include sleep or rest. Make sure that you're taking time to rest. Don't push yourself too hard. Exercise. Get some exercise. Something as simple as walking 30 minutes a day will do wonders for your mental and physical well-being. Relaxation or meditation practices. Take time to focus and reflect on where you are now and where you would like to be. Establish a social support system. Lean on friends, family, and loved ones when you are feeling overwhelmed and reciprocate the support to them. Take time to pamper yourself. In other words, first impressions are always lasting. Try to always feel your best and look your best. When you feel your best and look your best, you perform better. Join a club or organization. Or write it out. Consider journaling. Write about things that you like about yourself. Write about your hopes for your future. The math test you didn't do so well on. Anything to make you feel better, to process your emotions. It's all a part of self-care. And self-care is important to your academic and personal success. Let's talk about some life lessons for mental wellness that I have found especially helpful myself. So the first one that I would like to talk to you about is health is wealth. So making sure that you're healthy mentally as well as physically is paramount above anything else. You have to take care of yourself. Before you can take care of anybody else or before you can take care of anything else, you have to make sure that you are okay. So please take the time to make sure that you are going to the doctor, getting those checkups, or even sitting with professionals if you're dealing with more emotional or counseling issues. Please go talk to someone if you're having some mental issues. Tomorrow is not promised. Live for today. My dad always told me to live each day like it is your last. And one day you will be correct. You want to approach everything in your life giving it your best. So you always want to live today to the fullest. Every day that you are given and every day that you are awarded is another day to make things better in your life. So live for today. Tough times do not last, but tough people do. So this is all about life and how life usually comes in cycles. Sometimes you're going to have high times in life where everything is going well in life. And then other times you may be on the lower end and things may not be so great for you. But tough times don't last. Tough people do. Never sweat the small stuff. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, but sometimes we have a tendency to let the problems that we face in life become the focal point. And I was always taught to never sweat the small stuff. Um, Small stuff is pretty much anything that you have no control over. So do not let small things or small situations or small people um, knock you off of your goals or detract you from your destiny or what you're trying to do in it's definitely your academic pursuits. Please don't let small things detract you from your big destiny. And finally, you cannot pour from an empty cup. So I was shared a metaphor once upon a time, and I want you to imagine that you are a cup of water that is full. And let's just say you're surrounded by empty cups. And every day a cup comes to get some of your water because they don't have any water. So you give water to this cup. Then the next day you give water to another cup. Then the next day you give water to another cup and another cup and another cup and another cup. Eventually you're going to be all out of water. You're going to be an empty cup, right? What we tend to do in life is we tend to give all of ourselves and all of our resources out to others, when in turn we should pour into ourselves. And once you pour into yourself, then your abundance will overflow to other people. So just with that cup analogy, imagine if instead of giving out the water to all the other empty cups, imagine if you poured more water into that cup. What's going to happen? Eventually, there's going to be so much water that it can't be held in that cup, and the cup is going to overflow, and the other cups are going to be filled by virtue of there being so much water. So it's important that in your personal as well as your academic lives, that you are pouring into yourself. Sometimes it's okay to be selfish and tell people, no, I can't do this thing because I have school. I can't do this thing because I have to make an A on this test, because in 2 to 4 years, when I have my degree and I'm trying to do better in life, you are not going to be the cause of me not getting my education. So sometimes you have to be selfish, and sometimes you have to pour into yourself so that later on you can pour into other people because of your abundance and because you've been faithful over what you've been given. So those are a few of the life lessons that I have had the pleasure of learning. I do hope that they help you out in your academic and personal journey as well. So in conclusion, rest and self-care are essential parts of academic and personal well-being. Resting and self-care greatly contributes to an individual's cognitive, emotional, and behavioral functions. Life can be challenging. Self-care practices can help you to manage stress, anxiety, and enhance an individual holistically. Self-care activities like getting appropriate amounts of rest, exercising, meditation, self-reflection, all aid in self-care and increase an individual's overall mental and physical well-being. Self-care activities like getting appropriate amounts of rest, exercising, and meditation, self-reflection, all aid in self-care and increase an individual's overall mental and physical well-being. For more information about self-care, or if you are experiencing academic hardships, contact the Center for Teaching and Learning, CTL, at gmc.edu.